Quick announcement before the video starts. I have finally released the first ever line of merchandise available on this channel. We have Torn Ogre merchandise to celebrate my high placements in VGC 2019, including multiple international top cuts and the top 4 at the Pokemon World Championship, as well as how strong this duo was for a lot of players throughout the entire VGC 2019 season. One of my favorite duos, Torn Ogre, is now available on hoodies, shirts, and this tank top in all different colors. So go check it out if you do want to support the channel. Link in the description down below. And currently there is a code available for 20% off any purchase if you use the code Baek through December 14th. So go check it out. Link in the description down below. So we talked about how my last team could have been a full course meal. I'm not exactly sure about this one. Not tasty wise, but ever thought about how this team could be like an underwater pirate adventure? You got the anchor, you got the hoodlum, you got the turtle, you got, I don't know what Hatterene would be. It would probably be like some kind of like underwater jellyfish or something. I don't know about NDD, maybe like the ghost spirit or something of the haunted ship. And then we got the pollution from wheezing. I don't know. Let's just get started. Hey, what's up everyone? James Baek here, and welcome back to another episode of VGC 2020 Baek Battles. Today we're going to be playing some more battles with this team, the Trick Room team that I already just tried to start finding a battle. But yeah, the question comment of today is, what do you think about hard Trick Room? We've seen a lot of Hatney NDD stuff, or Hatterene NDD. I've been pronouncing that wrong for a while now. But yeah, we got our first opponent with a Glaceon, Flygon, Vanillix, and oh, what's that Pokemon's name? Morapika or something like that? Oh man, this is a really interesting team. I didn't get to see my opponent's rating, but yeah, this is really interesting. I do like hard Trick Room in this. Hatney plus NDD is a really good lead here, I think, against my opponent overall. We can go with our Torkoal. Torkoal's really good here. And then the question is, what do I want in the back? Wheezing could be really good. So can the Scrafty. I also really like the Delmise too, actually. So I actually like all my Pokemon here in this matchup. I think I'm going to go to Wheezing here for safety. Yeah, I like the Wheezing here for safety. I don't want to give like the Braviary a boost. Yeah, I think it's pretty solid overall. We'll see how my opponent handles the situation, but I will try to get Trick Room up as this team is intended to, and just try to sweep from there. I have a really good ability to just throw off eruptions, especially since I can prevent my opponent from setting up the hail potentially. So it's going to be the Glaceon plus the Vanillix lead right off the bat against my Hatterene and NDD. So not exactly sure how bulky my team can take this. I mean, if it's going to be like my opponent just trying to spam Blizzard and hope that knocks out the NDD, it might just be my best interest just to go hard Torkoal right here and set up the Trick Room. And I think that's a wonderful idea here. Because of the fact that if my opponent misses Blizzard, you have to hit Blizzard to do that, and that's 70% accuracy. A Torkoal won't take too much. Even if I take damage, I can always use the Life Dew move that I do carry on this Hatterene. So, yeah. I'll switch out NDD into Torkoal. I like that play a lot. And we'll see what my opponent decides to do here, as we will bring out the Drought. Of course, my opponent could Dynamax, and that's a little bit concerning, but we'll see here. Nope, Aurora Veil actually trying to bulk it out. Okay, and a Blizzard coming out. Luckily, I believe they changed the mechanics so we can't actually freeze in Sun anymore, which is lovely here, as we are able to set up the Trick Room, which is really solid here. And now I can go for a few plays. I could use Life Dew right away, which is definitely a potential option, especially if I expect my opponent to double protect here, which is definitely a play I am considering here. My opponent doesn't have good switch-ins to Eruption other than Gyarados and Flygon, and I think I could attack those the following turn. So I'm going to use Life Dew right here, and I'm going to fire off the Eruption because it will be really strong, and my Hatterene underspeeds the Torkoal. Vanillix could be Scarfed at this point because it is switching out hard into that Gyarados actually, so that's completely fine. And that's going to take a bit of damage here from the Eruption. It's going to take a lot of damage actually. So I'm completely okay with that, as we will get a Eruption off. A Glaceon protects, that's fine. I just basically get free healing, so I could potentially set up another Trick Room later in the game. So we will set up with our Life Dew. Nice, nice, nice. And yeah, this is looking like a pretty good spot right now. Eruption gonna go off. Let's see how much this Gyarados takes. Probably 30%. Gyarados is good Spadef. Yeah. Pretty good Spadef. My opponent could Dynamax the Gyarados and maybe switch out the Glaceon into the Vanillux, which is why I'm considering going for a Dynamax Max Mindstorm here into the Gyarados. And I do actually kind of like that play a lot. And I think I am going to fire off an Eruption. Even if Gyarados protects, I'm doing some damage through Protect, so I don't think that's too bad. And there's a chance my opponent could go for the Dynamax of him or herself to try and live a double up. But we're going to see the Flygon come in instead. So that is going to be really interesting on how this next turn plays out, as I will go for my Dynamax here with the Hatterene, or Hatterene. How do you pronounce these new mons? I'm going to have to take a bit of time to get used to. We will Dynamax here though. Let's see if the Gyarados also Dynamax. That's kind of what I'm expecting right here. It's either Dynamax or Protect. It is going to be Protect, unfortunately, but I will get some pretty decent damage overall, so I don't think it's too bad here. Getting the Max Mindstorm off. Yeah, that's some good chip. And Eruption. And let's see how much this does to Flygon. Should still do a good amount. Ooh, does half, which is nice, actually. I'm pretty I'm just thinking would single target Eruption knock out Flygon at this range? Because I could Max Mindstorm the Gyarados right here, try to pick up a knockout, and Eruption again. I kind of like that play since Gyarados can't really stay in here. Yeah, I'm going to do that, actually. I think it's very solid, as we're going to see Gyarados get a double. Ah, man. But my opponent didn't switch out, which is nice. So, will be a double Protect. Kind of sucks for me because I lose a lot of momentum here, but it's not too bad, as we will get a Max Mindstorm off into the Gyarados here, as that is going to do some more nice chip damage. Is it a berry? Nope. Eruption. Okay. Still not that bad. We should have one more turn. Yeah, one more turn of Trick Room. And my opponent already did a double Protect with Gyarados, so unless my opponent gets a triple or sacks one of the Pokemon in the back, yeah, that's not happening. So I'm going to go for Eruption here and Max Mindstorm the Flygon. I think this works out perfectly, as I'll be able to get a good amount of damage off. Pretty much I should be able to get 2 KOs right here. So I'm wondering if my opponent's going to sack the Hail mode in the back, potentially, and try to sweep with these 2 Pokemon. But we'll see. Okay, was that a triple? I think that was an attempt for a triple. My opponent gets 2 double Protects in a row. Are you kidding me? Alright. Maybe I should have went for the Z Fairy, but that might have KO'd. Alright, we get a good amount of damage to Flygon. We will go for an Eruption here. So, goodbye, Gyarados. Alright, so Gyarados goes down at least, which isn't too bad of a situation, because that's the Pokemon that could hit the hardest for my Torkoal. Other than this Flygon, of course, but I don't know what kind of Flygon this is. If it's special, it can hit Torkoal pretty hard, but if it's physical, it doesn't really do too much damage. And I think my opponent's forced to bring out the Glaceon here, because if you bring out the Vanillux, you're sending him Hail, which means in 2 turns the Flygon goes down. Unless it has an option for recovery, which I believe Flygon does get Roost, but I'm not sure if this one's running it. So my opponent has to decide hard. I think you're forced to go Glaceon and maybe go hard into Vanillux the following turn. Let's see. Yeah, Glaceon is going to come out. My Dynamax form will go down. Of course, my opponent has to hit Blizzard and Sun if my opponent doesn't decide to go in right now. I will attempt to go for Trick Room. It is my best possible play, I think. Yeah, I'm going to attempt to go for Trick Room, and I think I just go... Do I go Weezing or NDD? I think I go NDD. I think NDD is safer because keeping the Weezing, which is another offensive pressure, alive or healthy is pretty good here. I'll bring back the Psychic Surge, which doesn't, I don't think, change anything, but we'll see. It's going to be... Wow, Protect from Glaceon. Okay, I'm guessing it's Earthquake then. Yeah, it is going to be Earthquake. I don't think you knock out NDD with... I mean, you don't knock out Hatterene. Renee. Is it Hatterene or Hatterene? Yeah, without... Oh, wow. Even Life Orb didn't KO. Nice. So that's actually pretty solid here, as we will get the Trick Room up. And yeah, this is looking really, really solid right now. We should be able to get in Torkoal, and I think we get to click... I don't know, there are a lot of options I could do. I could Life Do right here and switch into Torkoal, which is definitely a potential play. I could go for Follow Me, which is kind of tempting actually. Follow Me might not be the best play. It might be just Protect and switch into Torkoal, which I think I'm going to do, because I could Helping Hand Heat Wave the following turn, or Helping Hand Eruption. Yeah, I like that play. My opponent might also expect it and double it into the NDD slot, so we'll see what my opponent does. So, bring out the Torkoal, get up the Sun. And yeah, this Torkoal is basically slaughtered my opponent's entire team combined with the Hatterene. I'm going to call it Hatterene for now. Oh. I think that was a possible option. My opponent never Dynamaxed yet and could set up the Hail. That's a giant Glaceon. Now let us see what my opponent does. I could also Helping Hand Heat Wave the following turn, so it's not a bad spot. Oh, you're probably going to Aurora Veil actually in Z, right? Yeah, I mean not Z, Hailstorm obviously. NDD will take this. I should leave a Hail turn too. But Aurora Veil is probably going to go up, so it's going to be harder to break through. Okay. Oh no, just Blizzard. Okay. That's not as bad. I thought that's going to hurt Torkoal a bit. The last one did a lot. Okay, not too bad. NDD actually survives on one hit. I think Eruption's fine here, because if I Helping Hand Eruption, or I could Follow Me here, which doesn't seem like a bad play, but I feel like as long as I get rid of the Vanillux, I should be good here. I'm guessing it is Scarf Vanillux and it's locked in. So I'm going to max Helping Hand Eruption, because that should knock out Vanillux. Do a good amount to the Glaceon as well, and then I should be able to 1v1 with my Weezing in the end game. So yeah, good Eruption here. Able to knock out the Vanillux and do half to the Glaceon, which is nice. We will see the max Hailstorm probably going to go out into the Torkoal slot once again. I actually picked up the knockout, which is impressive. Okay. NDD will go down, which is fine. And I think I just go Hatterene, Weezing, and I just double attack here, and I think a double attack should be fine to knock out the Glaceon. Yeah. I wonder if the Glaceon's... Did we see Glaceon Protect, or did it have Specs? Oh yeah, it did have Protect. It protected against when Flygon used Earthquake. Okay, so it does have Protect. I don't think there's a reason to read it right now. I mean, I just double up anyway. I think Sludge Bomb's safe. Yeah, Sludge Bomb into Psychic. And no Protects here, so Psychic almost knocks out the Glaceon. Is it buried? Nope. And Sludge Bomb will finish off the Glaceon. And that will be good game. So, could have actually been potentially scary. I forgot about the option to Dynamax. I think that was actually a dumb play by me. I think what I should have done was just protect my Hatterene and sack... I mean, protect my NDD and sack my Hatterene to get a free switch into my Torkoal so I could click Helping Hand Eruption and Sun. And I think that would have just even been able to knock out the Glaceon, especially if I didn't take Chip. So, yeah, that was something. I guess I just didn't want to see my opponent set up Aurora Veil, but now that I think about it, and my opponent hard switched while going for Aurora Veil, I think that had to indicate either Choice Scarf, or maybe my opponent wanted to get in Gyarados, which is what I was anticipating, and trying to catch me with like switch to Vanillux and Waterfall the Torkoal for some heavy damage. Let's see what these stats are. Waterfall, Bounce, Power Whip, Protect, Walk and Berry. Never Melt, Ice, Glaceon, Hyper Beam. Standard Braviary with Figgy Berry. Focus Sash, Fang. I'm not exactly sure what it does. Oh wow, that's actually really cool. I've never actually seen this. I never actually seen that move. It never went for it in game. Parting Shot, Fake Out Super. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Light Clay, Vanilla. Oh, it was Light Clay, but it just didn't have Protect. Blizzard, Taunt, Freeze Dry, Aurora Veil. Okay. And Earthquake, Dragon Rush, Fire Punch, Flygon, Fly Orb. It kind of makes sense why my opponent didn't go for Taunt. If anyone was wondering, hey, why didn't he just go for Taunt? I think my opponent just expected to follow me to Trick Room and wasn't expecting me to hard switch into Torkoal, which is a fair play because I could have just sacked the NDD, go for follow me and Trick Room up because it was very likely I survived, unless it was like Life or Vanillix and Choice Specs Glaceon. So I think that was a fair play on my opponent's end. But let's get started and play a second game right here. As we go up to the top 300, let's see if we can continue on. And of course, you might notice that my standings are looking different, and that's usually because I'm streaming a lot on Twitch, so be sure to follow me on Twitch. We got Pado as our opponent, and this could be Pado. If I think it is, it's going to be the European International Champion from 2019. So, let's see here. Got an interesting team. Hawlucha, Indeedee, Dorlando. Actually, that's not how you pronounce it. I know people have got to me in the comment section below. I don't remember what it was. We see Excadrill, we see Rotom-Mow, and we see... why can't I remember that mon's name? Inteleon, yes. We saw it in the second episode, actually, so... The Steel Dragon's actually really annoying because I don't have a good matchup against that. Yeah, I don't have a good matchup actually against it. So I think I'm going to actually lead Delmise here, which is super unconventional, but I think it works here with Hatterene because my goal is to knock out the Duraludon before it can do much. Because its ability ignores follow me from Indeedee, so Indeedee is kind of useless in this situation. Torkoal in the back. Did I go Scrafty here? I don't think Scrafty's good. I'm gonna go Weezing. This is such a tough matchup. I think I need to put Babiri Berry on the Hatterene because I didn't because people are now liking the offensive the Steel Dragon thing. I'm gonna look at its name from the screen here, but they're liking the offensive variant more. So it's actually really hard for me to do anything to it. So we got the NDD plus the what is that? How do you pronounce this mon? Psychic Surge. I forgot what Max Steel does specifically. Duraludon. Oh, Duraludon. Okay. Or it could be something completely different, but that's what I'm gonna go right now. Gonna fire off an Anchor Shot. There's Max Steel, but my only switch is Torkoal, which doesn't appreciate it. I think I have to Max, which is pretty bad spot turn 1, but it's not that bad, I guess. I'm gonna go for the Max Starfall. Yeah, Max Starfall should be fine. If there's no follow me, this works out for me. There could be like a helping hand steel move into my Hatterene. This is just such a bad position. I need to probably put a Berry on this mon because yeah, this Pokemon is just so annoying for me because my team doesn't have the best answers to it. Let's see. We'll Dynamax here. Yeah, I think we're actually just... Yeah, this Pokemon's just so annoying. I'm gonna have to put Babiri Berry if I get a chance. I haven't gotten a Babiri Berry yet in game, which is why I went Twisted Spoon. So that is one of the main reasons why. So let us see what my opponent decides to do here. Gonna be helping hand. Yep. I'm gonna hope that I live and can. Actually, why did I Anchor Shot this mon? It resists. That was such a bad mistake, actually. And Hatterene goes down. Oh no, we're just gonna get swept by this thing. I don't have a switch in. Alright. I gotta see if I can get a Babiri Berry in game, I think. Yeah, and I realized that Anchor Shot does not work against this mon. Well, I think this was a situation of why we everyone's running Babiri Berry on this Pokemon. And yeah, I realized this thing has been a massive threat. I've been able to play around this somehow, but yeah, this is not looking good. I think I gotta hope for my opponent to overpredict here, so I'm gonna attempt to go for an overprediction. I mean, I think you should just Helping Hand Max Dragon the Torkoal, but let's see. Max Dragon. Yeah, there isn't much I can do. I just had nothing to deal with this Hex thing. Helping Hand thing just destroyed my team. I didn't have anything that really did well against this, so alright. That is something that needs to be changed. As we can see, this Mon is just such a big threat to me. Could I let Weezing plus IndyD follow me because I could follow me technically when Weezing's on the field, because it'll ignore the ability on the Duraludon, but yeah, I don't think it just does well. And yeah, as we saw, this team doesn't have a matchup against this without a Berry. So yeah, that is something that needs to be fixed. I'll try to get a Babiri game as soon as possible, because that wasn't exactly the best showcasing for this team, unfortunately. It did show a major weakness though, and that's why I think I had to make the change. Even though I really like Twisted Spoon, which is the unfortunate part, I would either have to make an adjustment to where I don't know, that I could deal with the Duraludon with, like, I don't know, I would probably have to get like a Sleep Powder Mon that's faster, but that's kind of unlikely because that does ruin the flow of things. A Pokemon that can kind of wall it, but I don't know if there's really a Pokemon that can really wall it and get Trick 'em Up effectively. I guess I could add a Ranguru, but the thing is, that's just like, I don't feel like this team can afford triple Psychic. So yeah, I think, yeah, I'm gonna try to get a Berry as soon as possible. I'll try to hit up some people, but thank you to everyone who tuned in for today's episode of VGC 2020 Back to Battles. We did one battle technically, and the other one was a slaughter. That wasn't even a battle, that was just a slaughter. But hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2020 Back to Battles. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like down below, show your support, as well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, such as my social media, the side saves on my channel, and more. You can also check out the placement of this team down below in the description if you do want to go try out the team. And of course, if you do want to support this channel, there are other ways you can do it. Of course, you could always leave a like on this video, share it with your friends, and leave a comment down below. Answer the comment question today as well. Otherwise, if you want to go an extra mile, there is my Patreon page, my Twitch channel you can go check out, where I'm really thankful to everyone who's been supporting me on those platforms recently. The Twitch, whoever's come out to watch my Twitch streams, it's been insane so far, so really thankful for that. Also, if you want to go pick up some new merchandise, which has dropped on my channel, which is the Torn Ogre shirts and hoodies, you can go check it out and use the code BAEK for 20% off to December 14th. But otherwise, yeah, that is pretty much it, I think. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people. Until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.